Who likes compliments? I think most people like compliments. Now, we're going to talk about some fragrances in this video that are not necessarily going to guarantee you compliments, but that have gotten me compliments in the past. So stay tuned. So, starting off with the first one, Creed's Delphenus. Yes, Delphenus by Creed, one of their new masterpieces in my eyes. Now, there's really nothing quite similar to this to my nose. This is very unique, sexy, alluring, attractive, and has that note of iris, so it comes off kind of powdery smooth. Just a compliment beast. Every time I wear this, now, again, are compliments guaranteed? No, but if you want something to stand out, be unique, and that's unisex, definitely one to check out. And again, that's Creed's Delphinus. Now, this next one, it's a cheapie but a goodie, and I got this probably 4 or 5 years ago, I believe, and this is the Eau de Toilette, which doesn't get the love it deserves because there's a limited edition out there that does smell smoother and cleaner, but this one has a good place in my heart, and that's from Armaf, and that's Club de Nuit Intense Man. Yes, Club de Nuit Intense Man, the Eau de Toilette, still holds up true today. I get 10 plus hours performance days on clothes with this. It's going to have this harsh lemon opening, but I actually enjoy the lemon opening. A lot of people are against it. I don't understand why. If you don't like lemon, you don't like lemon. Just say you don't like lemon, but this is going to last all day. Musky, woody, fresh. It's going to kind of remind you of Creed Aventus. About 80% of the way there. Fantastic stuff. Compliment, beast, and one I highly recommend picking up for 25 bucks, and that's Armav's Club de Nuit Intense Man. Now, the last two fragrances you can wear in any situation. Honestly and truly, you don't have to specify it for a season, but this next fragrance really shines in the high heat. And believe it or not, it's my most complimented fragrance of all time. Take that for what it's worth. Believe me, don't believe me, but over 18, 20 years of collecting, this has gotten me the most compliments. And that's Nautica Voyage, yes. The OG Nautica Voyage. I've gone through 4 bottles of this stuff. Smells like a salty cucumber, sorta, kinda. Yeah, I could see it, but just a great aquatic fragrance. You can overspray, not offend anybody. Wear this to work, school, any occasion, any event, and you will stand out and be noticed, at least in my experience. Like I said, I've been wearing this for about 20 years since I was in high school. Amazing stuff. Doesn't deserve the hate. Underrated because of all the hate. And in the next spot, definitely has to be Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage you can find all over the place. Again, I'll put some links in the description. 15, 20 bucks, you can't beat it, especially if you're just starting off collecting. And this is another great one. Some people are going to limit this to spring, summer, but I have worn this in the winter, fall, and it cuts right through the cold. And this came out, I believe, in 2018, maybe even before that, 2016. And I've had this one for about 6 years. The bottle's running low, and that's from Rasasi, and that is the OG Hawas. Yes, sexy, plum, cinnamon, aquatic, loud. You know what? I'm not even going to spray it in the air. I've been spraying too many fragrances today. But this is going to kind of remind you of that Invictus Aqua DNA if you ever got your nose on that. Invictus Aqua, if you can find it, worth picking up for $100. I believe FragranceBuy.ca has Invictus Aqua in stock right now. I would go check it out, but this is long lasting. You could wear it to school, work. It's not going to really offend anybody, and you get 10 hours longevity. Great push and projection for the first 3 hours, 4 hours. Just a magnetic scent, and one you have to add to the collection that has gotten me compliments over time, and that is the OG Rasasi's Hawas. Now, in my opinion, this is a great starter oud fragrance. Oh, yes, the woody note. And oud could be very polarizing for a lot of people, and I didn't really appreciate this fragrance until I wore it more and more and more. Compliment beast, long lasting, great projection and sillage for really 6 hours on my skin. Probably one of the strongest fragrances in my collection, and that's from Montal, and that's Arabians Tonka. Yes, Arabians Tonka. It's a rose oud vanilla combination with a touch of saffron. Just magnetic stuff. I was turned on to this fragrance a few years back. I was kind of behind. One of my favorite Montals next to Infinity and Honey Oud. There's something about this fragrance that just draws people in. They come in closer. What are you wearing? What's that fragrance? And Sexy, yes. Dress it up, yes. Could wear it to work? Not necessarily, even though I do, but something to get your nose on. Sample, 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 sample. And again, that's Montal's Arabians Tonka. Now this one's another niche fragrance, and I've heard it's becoming discontinued. I picked up a few bottles because I truly enjoy this DNA. In the first bottle, I way overpaid for it, but it slowly became more available on discounters such as BeautyHouse, and I scooped up a couple bottles, and that's from Fragrance One, Jeremy Fragrance's line, Office for Men. Yes, Office for Men. Is this overpriced if you buy retail? 100%. This is about a $120 fragrance in my eyes, but what you're gonna get from this, depending on the bottle, I've got a couple different bottle styles. This bottle in particular, I picked up from BeautyHouse. This smells kind of a mix of Sauvage and Aventus. Now, the original bottle I picked up many years ago, I think in 2019, kind of had its own vibe to it. This, you definitely get those bits of ambroxan, kind of fruitiness, woody citrus. It's just a magnetic scent. And people have called me out for wearing this in a good way. People who normally hate fragrances said, "What are you wearing?" Asked, "What are you wearing? Where can I get it?" And I had to tell them, Office for Men, it's a must-have, must-own, at least in my collection. So nostalgic. It started my fragrance journey kind of over the hill in 2019 when I started really getting into it. Even though I've been collecting for 18 years, that 2018, 2019 point really was a shift for me, and that's Fragrance One's Office for Men. Now this next one, way under the radar, and it's a designer fragrance from the house of Lalique. Yes, Lalique. Les Mentholic Leighton by Parfums de Marly. And this is a hidden gem. But yeah, rumors of this being discontinued. I had to pick up a few extra bottles just because I enjoy wearing it that much. And that's Lalique's White and Black. Yes, Lalique White and Black. Most discounters, you can find this for about $50 or less. Just a great masculine, peppery, sweet, woody, kind of a vanilla style fragrance with not being too overbearing on the vanilla. Sexy stuff, definitely a dress up style fragrance. You could wear this any day, any situation, but this really shines when you're on a date, when you're in close encounters with somebody, and it's a must have, must own in my collection. If you've tried this fragrance, leave a comment down below, I'm curious. But again, that's Lalique's White and Black. Now this next one, the OG Eau de Toilette I've been wearing for years. I still have a bottle. They reformulated it, but Giorgio Armani puts out some hits. And one I would recommend out of the whole series is one of the new ones, and that's Acqua di Gio Parfum. Yes, Acqua di Gio Parfum. Now, you could say everybody's wearing Acqua di Gio. Technically not. Very few people wear fragrance every day. This isn't social media, guys, where people are applying fragrances every day. We're talking about real life scenarios. And if you want something kind of green, masculine with some spice, this is the way to go. This is kind of the original Eau de Toilette, made modern, uplifted, with longer lasting power. Amazing stuff, gets compliments every time I wear it. Sexy, masculine, and outgoing. And that's Acqua di Gio's Parfum. Now, with this next fragrance, we talked about something similar to that in that $25 price range, but do I believe you need to experience the OG DNA? 100%, at least once in your lifetime, because this is one of my most complimented fragrances from the house of Creed, and it's gotta be Creed Aventus. Yes, Creed Aventus. Now, this is a newer-ish bottle. You're gonna get that birch, that smoky, musky, bergamot, pineapple vibe. Just an amazing fragrance. And people complain about performance on this to this date. I still get about 6 to 8 hours performance, which that's a work day, guys. That's plenty. Bring a decant with you. Bring the bottle with you like I do. Performance should not be the factor in buying a fragrance. It should smell great. Enjoy it. Enjoy wearing it. And I mean, why are we buying $300 fragrances for compliments if we don't like it? But nonetheless, still get your nose on the real deal. And this is a Creed that had to make the list. And again, that's Creed's Aventus. Now, honestly, another Creed fragrance I could throw in was Green Irish Tweed, another sexy, masculine, fresh, everyday soapy fragrance. But if you guys enjoyed today's content, slap that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, stay clean, stay fresh, and as always, the world is yours. We'll talk soon, guys.